Today the response was heavy-handed, as we've seen at every other lockdown protest till now. Pepper spray's just been used. But the one question I have is why? Why, when there is zero cases, literally zero threat that these people pose of spreading the virus? And why, when at Black Lives Matter, when the threat was far greater, 4 people were infected that day, and there were tens of thousands here on the street? Police are moving in on what is a peaceful protest of 500-600 people, I imagine. I'm not sure how this serves or protects anyone besides for Chairman Dan.
Why are you pushing me? Why is he pushing me when I want to go this way? I'm trying to. He won't let me.
Excuse me.
Are you trying to get out?
I'm trying to get out, and they won't even let me. Let me go through, please.
Why can't he leave?
Why can't I leave? Why can't I leave?
I don't understand what the justification to squeeze everyone into forcefully breaking those restrictions. How does that stop the virus spreading? How?
I heard this lady speaking and I chose to stop and listen to what she's saying because she seems fairly sensible, conservative, peaceable person. Now I find myself surrounded by Victorian police who are rapidly moving in on me, and I find this very distressing.
4 police walked up behind that man, but he had no idea they were coming, and they grabbed him around the neck. This is a disgrace. This is an absolute disgrace.
So there you have it. They're violently arresting protesters who came here who were socially distanced until they were trapped. And just remember, 0 cases for 4 days, 1.9 cases in the 14-day average. When Black Lives Matter marched these same streets with far more cases, that did not happen.
Hey guys, look behind you and look where your leaders are.
Yeah.
You're the boss.
$1 million.
There's your boss. There's your boss.
You're the pawn.
Pawns in the game.
Nobody here hates you, boys. Nobody here hates you.
Protecting us like you signed up to do. You're being used to attack the public.
They try to grab you.
Yeah, they try to get me when I go like this. Peace.
Come again. They're coming for him.
We were surrounded by the police officers. The regular Victoria police officers were used as a wall, and then the public order response team then went through and started grabbing people individually so that they could then find them and arrest them.
They want us out. Come. We're going to leave. So, they've made us come out. They obviously, you've seen enough. Were you arrested on the way here?
No.
They said you got arrested.
No, I wasn't arrested. How about it's your turn now?
I've got protection.
It's your turn, mate.
Commonwealth issued media card. God bless.
The Australian Constitution.
This is a democracy country. How they can stop people protest, that's wrong.
We're all criminals here. Is that what you believe? As a man, is that what you believe? I'm a criminal here for exercising my freedom.
1652.
1652, that's right, yeah. And they asked me, what's your reason for assembling with over 10 people? I said, to exercise my freedom of assembly. And then I asked her, what's your excuse for assembling with more than 10 people? And she goes, because I have to. I go, so do I.
Police is just doing his job. When he's going home, he will think differently as well.
Maybe, but...
I hope.
But you know, in Nazi Germany, they were just doing their job too.
Crime has gone berserk in Victoria. Why? Oh, Harvey. Oh my God.
I just want to say you sound like a crisis actor. You changed your tune as soon as Avi rocked up, mate.
Oh no, definitely not Harvey. Definitely not. You're the man, mate.
Lockdown is causing more harm than the virus. What do you mean by that?
That's exactly what I mean.
Give me an example.
I have lost my job in March.
But how is that any worse than the 0 cases today?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the deadly virus we're dealing with. I'm so sorry. I should stay home forever then.
Exactly. We want to keep 0. In fact, we want to get -1.
What's a shitty life worth?
-1 would be great.
Yeah, I don't need a life. I don't need a life. What's life for?
Mate, then you could join me. I never had a life.
Oh yeah, okay.
Let me just summarise. We don't want to be the CCP. Nazi Germany's bad. Dan Andrews got to go.
Yes.
Got it. Do you know on the day of Black Lives Matter protests here in the same spot, there was
10,000 people.
and there were many more active cases at the time in the community, but police didn't react like this. What do you think that's about?
It's about shutting us up.
Why? But why? Does COVID not transfer to Black Lives Matter?
Of course not. It's a different protest.
Oh, sorry. I'm ignorant.
This is a freedom protest. This is not about Black Lives Matter.
So you're telling me COVID attacks freedom?
Yes.
Do you know why they treated that gang a bit differently?
I don't think I'm allowed to say. I think I'll lose a few friends. But
don't lie. You don't have any friends.
I think it might be a narrative.
You've been arrested.
Yeah, I just got tackled to the ground and knee in the back and all that sort of stuff. Few scratching, a few scratches, but I guess I'll be all right. There's a clear priority for them to shut this down. I think it's because we're speaking out against the government, and that's the truth.
They're lining them up, walking them through and processing them. They've had a lot of experience over this pandemic to perfect their system. Again, on the day of Black Lives Matter, we saw none of this. In fact, we hardly saw any police at all. The only police we saw that day took a knee. You're pregnant? We got a pregnant mother here.
Pregnant adult, live within 25 k's, and I have an exemption, and I'm being arrested.
What have you been arrested for?
I don't know. They can't tell me.
But do you not see the state's position where I look at you, you're quite intimidating?
Oh, thank you.
Please, Harvey.
So it begs the question, what is this truly about? Is it really about quashing and protecting us from the virus, or stopping and quashing dissent against dictator Dan Andrews? Everybody else I spoke to got $1,652. Why?
Special.
Why are you special? I want to.
There's 5,000, guys. There's 5,000.
$4,957.
She's the one
Guys,
next to you.
Guys, can you guys? Can you? I'm trying to talk to her because always the Greek Orthodox. It's always the Greek Orthodox. So basically, you've got them excited. But what I overheard, which makes zero sense, is you just said you think you have a human right to protest in Victoria.
In the world.
I love. They've gone nuts in Victoria. There's nothing nuts.
Oh, sorry, I praised Dan Andrews. I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
It's working. It's working.
Do you feel different? Thank you for all that you do.
There were 4 cases. 4 cases and not one arrest, not organisers or protesters. Today, they've set up shop behind me here, a makeshift police station, to mass process all the detainees and fine them. If you think this is still about a virus, then you're either delusional or a bloody liar. Avi Mini for Rebel News. If you like this report and you find it as important as we do to tell it, for us to be on the front line here in Melbourne to tell the truth, make sure to share it far and wide. And also hit the like button below to spread the love. Most importantly, make sure to subscribe to Rebel News on YouTube so you don't miss a thing.